Alright, Dr. Shankopotamus back here again with another fix-it for your house. I have got a leaky, very leaky, outside water spigot here. And as you can see the water over the place here. That's been slowly leaking out, and trying to put a stop to this. This thing can cost you a ton of money, and you can even see right there when you take it off how it's just dripping. Now I've turned the water off inside, but the problem with this one was when you turn it, and back up here, it won't close completely. It has a point where it just keeps turning. See that? So I could pull the front off of this screw right here. You can take the front off, pull that out. There's a seal in there. I could play around with trying to fix that, but I decided not to mess with trying to fix that. I'm just going to replace the entire thing. I have a new piece, and I'm just going to put a whole new piece onto here so that I know it's done. So the first thing you want to do is find out where your main water supply is. Every house is going to have a main water supply, or you should. I'm going to go in and turn it off. You can see here we got off and on. Flip this off. Make sure nobody's in the shower or anything when you do it, so you don't turn the water off on anybody. And then you can go to work on the pipes in the house. Alrighty, here's our new piece. Right here. Something to keep in mind that's important for an outside faucet. You'll notice the other one didn't have this, and this may be why it's causing me problems. But you want this valve right here for the outside. This allows water that is in the tube here to actually drain out. So your input is coming from back here where you're hooked into your pipe, and then when you turn the water off, this little valve allows the water that's in here to drain on out. What that does is keeps this section from freezing on you. Okay, so we get an outside hose, outside hookup. You want this. Okay, and we'll go ahead and get to work. So you're going to want to find your access, and this is our access right here. Just open it up, and that's where we're headed. So I'm going to grab a couple of lights to make sure that we can see real well while we're in there, and back in a minute. So alright, here's what I've done. Push this out from the inside, and you'll see this is just copper. This could very well be the reason that this faucet quit working. I'm going to see what we have on the inside. You can screw off the outside like this right here, and there's going to be a couple of washers in here. Let's see how much we're getting out of here. I have a feeling that this is probably a short throw in here, which is not enough to actually protect you from freezing, or maybe not. So it does have a long throw in it, but all the way to the back underneath the house, I'll show it to you. You can actually replace this seal sometimes and get it to work. However, because of the way that this one just twists and doesn't want to quit, I am inclined to take this one and just replace the entire piece here. So, alrighty, now into the house. This is where the pipe is coming in, right here. Got a separator that I'm going to try to use to get this off. And then we're going to see if this connector right here will then screw off. And we're going to work at it this way. And that does not seem to be in the mood to work. So we'll come back at it. I can't quite get my hand over to it. I'm gonna come back at it with a double set of pliers here. Let's just see. I can tell you at this point that it does not appear to be in the mood to come off. May just be have to break down, cut the pipe right across here. I get some cutters, slide the pipe on out, and refit this. But the first thing I'm going to try to do, see if this unscrews. If they soldered it in, these plumber guys could have really made this difficult on me. But we're going to see about 2 screwdrivers, or 2 wrenches, see if that'll come off. Back in a minute. Okay, we're back. What I was able to do is twist off the spigot from the outside. A little easier to get a hold of. Okay. And the plan here is get a towel down, and I'm just going to bring this all the way through. I hope. There we go. Okay. And so now that I've got this all the way through here, focus. There we go. Now I'm going to work on the end of that. I can take off that piece right here and should be able to hook my new one in. If not, I have to run down to the Home Depot or something, get one that's got an end that'll screw in. But now I can hold this with 2 wrenches, take this one off, see what we got. All right, we're back. I want to put a shout out to Haynes Hardware here in Murfreesboro. That's where I am. And excellent service. If you're ever trying to hook up, see, this is this 1/2-inch plastic pipe here. I'm gonna have to hook it up to our end over here. Right here, this bad boy. Let's see, can you see it? Shark bite! Shark bite! Alrighty. And it will just pop right on, okay? So we're gonna have to cut it off right there, okay? So I'm gonna take off a piece of this pipe, put a shark bite on, and screw it in to our end right there. I fed that in from the outside. So let me get this cut up, and I will put it together. I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so what we're gonna do, our connector is gonna go onto the end of our pipe here. Let me take my gloves off so I can a little more dexterity here. We have our Teflon tape. Definitely need the Teflon tape when you're putting these pipes together, or you will end up with water not exactly where you wanted your water. Let me show you how this works. The piece of insulation is kind of in the way. I'm going to wrap our Teflon around here. Might have to do a couple of attempts because the insulation, like I said, is really in the way. I'm going to pull this piece of insulation down and out. Put that back up when I'm done. There we go. It's going to help us a lot here. Get up in where we need to be. Doing a technique with a Teflon here. I don't know if you guys can see this with my hand might be in the way. But once you get it going, just go around like that. Couple of wraps with your Teflon. And beauty. Always clean it out of the inside. Okay, you can tell how loose this is. There are some screws on the outside that will hook up. And you can see the hole there where I had to drill out a little bit, get this size through it. And all we'll do is, once I have everything attached and together, we will seal this from the outside. You want that hole sealed up. Alright, so there you have it. We're going to attach our shark bite piece here, and then right into the end of that, no Teflon, no nothing, just push right on in, and it'll hook it up for us. Okay, so I got a pair of vice grips on here, and then we're just going to go with these bad boys right here. And just tighten them on down. Couple more turns should be good. You want it good and tight. And then that Teflon tape will fill in your threads, so it won't leak. Okay, you can see this insert right here. That's going to fit right up inside of our pipe. And it's the first time using one of these connectors, but what I'm told is it just slides right inside of there, right like this right here, and you're done. I'm going to have to move the camera out of the way so I can get a good handle on this thing and push this on in. Be right back. Okay, so we are hooked up. Slides right up in there. This comes off like that. I just had my wife check it, and we got no leaks in here, and we're good to go. So I'm gonna get all my tools, get my camera, get everything. We'll get back up and get outside. All right, so here's our faucet. As you can see, working just fine. Of course, I'm gonna have to secure that. It's getting a little dark, so tomorrow I'll just secure that down and seal it, and that is how you fix a faucet. Right there.